everybody, I'm Priscilla and today I'm so excited to be sharing some plant tips with you guys with obviously the plant guru of all times. It'll be Denise from Tumbleweed, and thank you for joining me. So I guess the really fun thing about plants is we all need plants in our life, and I think plants really add in that coziness, that touch. And I realize when you get the planting right, you actually love it and you get a bit obsessed. They become like your little babies at home. So maybe let's kind of share a little bit more about some of the things that maybe clients or even homeowners should kind of look out for when they are looking for a plant. So maybe you can share with me the top 3 plants that you feel is kind of no-brainer, it's very easy to maintain, to kind of get started with the plant journey.
Sure, this is also what usually customer ask the most. Okay, so usually we're straightforward to the snake plant, which is up there. So currently we don't have some small ones, so you see those are the same family, Sansevieria. So why we suggest this plant is because they're super easy. They don't need much light. It's like this kind of condition at home with aircon, not too hot, not too dark. Only water 2 weeks, so it's really easy.
That's good, I like that.
Yeah, basically you ignore them, they grow really well.
And so other than this one, what would be the second plant to look out for?
Second one, so you can see snake plant is more growing out like this.
Yep.
So we can go for something more interesting, which I quite like. This plant is trailing plants.
Cool.
So they will cascade down.
So a bit like money plant, right? Because everybody knows what money plant is.
It's some kind of money plant.
It's the same family or? Not quite.
Not exactly, but quite similar. So you can see now the soil is very dry, but it's still very pretty healthy. So like this one, because again quite similar to the snake plant, it doesn't need much light. And also watering, you can leave it half dry first. So overall, still a very easy baby. And I love the effect that when they grow, and will grow all trailing down on your shelf.
So it's quite nice to put on a higher area. Okay.
Cool. It's a good plant for styling.
Yay!
Okay, so another one apart from cactus, I would suggest you guys to get is it's a huge family at Ponemah. So there's so many different color and type.
And they look a little blush pink, right? They have some kind of color in
them. So you see the pink, the stem also a little bit pink.
Wow.
So which is quite cool. After you match with the right pot, put exactly on the eye level. So you're not only enjoying the leaf pattern and also the stem. So you add a little bit light pink to your home. And one of the good thing about this plant is if you would like to remove it from the soil, it's possible. Let's say you have a very nice vase, so you can just remove the soil and then put in water.
Okay.
But you will see the root, but it will look quite cool, and then it can grow in water.
So there are some I know of people who actually really love, for example, the plant that you just shared, and then they kind of want to repot it and make it into smaller babies. Is that something that you would recommend, or it's maybe not so ideal?
You can if you're confident enough, because some customers they worry about ants or whatever. But if you're confident enough, you don't mind getting your fingers dirty, we definitely suggest you to do it. Especially most of the houseplant, they need to be repotted every year, so they get slightly bigger pots to grow.
Oh, so they actually need to be repotted?
Yeah, because they grow bigger.
But
it's a good problem if they grow bigger.
Okay. And when you mean grow bigger, it's in terms of size or in terms of you can see the roots? Is there how you can kind of see them?
At the same time, so when you see the plants grow bigger here, actually inside the root also growing bigger, so they need more space. So what happens inside is if the plants grow bigger, if you don't give them a bigger pot, so basically the water go in will quickly go out because not enough soil
to hold
wrapping the root ball. Yeah, so the water will almost straight out, and you will wonder why after 2 days the plants immediately look very dry because the pot is too small, not enough soil. Too many roots.
Wow, so you have to get really the right size pot with the right size plant height, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So choosing pot is very important.
Okay, let's talk about pots then. So obviously you have so many options of pots, and how do you even know which is which? So obviously, I guess for styling wise, you will really anchor it based on the color scheme of your home and how you want to tell. But then I don't really know the logic of finding a pot, for example, and then finding which pot to fit. Do I sometimes remove more soil, or how does that work?
So yeah, you're both right. Actually, both ways are okay. So it really depends on your preference. So we have pots here with drainage hole or without drainage hole. So some plants, you better choose a pot with drainage hole. So the reason why is if any extra water, they can come out easily. But let's say you are higher level, if you want to try, you can try without drainage hole. So what we will do is we'll put some pebbles here to level it up so the root doesn't sit in water if there are extra water down there. Usually plant stand, the design is without drainage hole. So you can see this glass plant stand is without drainage hole. The reason is like usually plant stand is have designed to be indoor, so we don't want the water to straight out on the floor. So that's why it doesn't design with a drainage hole. So what you can do is like just pour the extra water. So that what you just mentioned, the pot in a pot, we call it double pot, is like the easiest way to do it. Usually Australian style design, that kind of pot, they don't come with a drainage hole. That's what they like to do. Just put the whole plant in and then pour the water away. And another advantage of that is you can change your plant easily. And let's say if the plant died, then you can just take it out and remove it instead of you need to take it out.
Maybe you could share like how do you look out for what kind of plant height is suitable? Because there are so many types, and then like do I need to really get a professional plant pot, or can I use a little vase? Like how does that work?
Okay, so let's say you have some container or vase at home, so you would like to make use of it. It's okay, just look at whether you have drainage hole. If with drainage hole, then you can directly pot in. And another key factor is does the plant secure in there? So let's say your little vase is like this high, but the plant is that tall. When you pot in, even you stuff a lot of soil in, it's still very shaky. That means actually it can't go well inside.
So it needs to be quite secure.
Yes. So whatever container you have at home, so as long as the plant can be secure inside, then it's fine.
Yes.
So you can make use of it. Plants, you see that some of them have a lot of patterns and color. So usually when it's like very intense color, we don't suggest customer to choose even more like colorful pots to match with it. Because imagine this one, you go for like a, I don't know, dark color or like super busy pot. Unless you really want to go for like a
eclectic look.
Yes.
Like a super boho vibe.
Yeah.
Then
so you can do it.
Okay.
Otherwise you will usually go for like a more clean look.
Most people don't know this. Like I think they just think, oh, any plant can go into any pot, right? But I think when you start seeing in this, like there's the art of potting as well.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely see that like sometimes when you mix and match with the pots, like different pots definitely bring out the vibe of that plant. Even if it's like a very boring plant, but immediately looks stunning.
Okay, cool. Of course, with pots, they are a lot easier to take and then like kind of maintain. How about hanging ones? They are so popular now. And the hanging ones actually create like this whole jungalow vibe. What kind of like hanging plants do you think is easy to maintain? Because I think everybody's logic is that it's very hard to hang, right? And take down to clean.
One point that we always remind our customer is like how likely you are going to climb up and take it down, water it and put it back. So a lot of customers when they this question, so a lot of them try, but then they came back and honestly saying that, oh yeah, I forgot and I can't be bothered to do it.
Yeah.
If you say that, okay, I'm going to do it, then we can start with like a small one first instead of a big one. This type, a little bit trailing down, and then on like this size smaller instead of a bigger one. Because the bigger one of the reasons it's difficult is heavy. So the place you hang it has to be very secure, and every time you take it up and down, it's very heavy. And also another thing is they tend to shed more leaves. So another thing is it will also disturb your floor. You have to sweep your floor quite frequently. This guy is really cool.
So pretty.
It immediately looks very lush.
Yes.
However, this guy shade a lot. So always like on the floor, tons of leaves.
Okay, so maybe this is more for like an outdoor balcony where you want to have that tropical feel into your home, but then you don't want to overdo it, but yet you still want nature, right? Oh, because this looks super stunning. Like you have one, it really is like wow. Okay, because if you have the smaller one, you might need a few more layerings, right?
And one more thing about hanging plant is also when you water it, usually the water will come out. So if you don't want to climb up and down, so another way to do it is you put a tray underneath first.
And how will you know if you overwatered? That's like the biggest part. How do you know whether you overwatered or you underwatered?
Usually, if plants are being overwatered, the tips will turn yellowish and soft. If it's like underwater, usually you see the plants normally quite perky, but it's like it's
limp,
quite sad, and drippy, and then also it become quite brownish. The leaves. So general is like that.
Usually people overwater rather than underwater.
Usually for indoor plants, usually people give it too much love. Generally once a week is enough. But observe your plants, check it day by day, but like don't need to like every few days water unless it's really hot. Otherwise indoor like here you're on aircon, like
you have wind and all that, it's considered still quite cooling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So watering is like really big question because there's a lot of
Theories.
variants go into it. How about the humidity? Maybe it's quite windy if it's not hot, but maybe it's humid, or you're on the artificial light. There's a lot of things going on together. So the best thing I can tell is like just practice.
Oh, so just experiment a bit.
Yeah.
Just kind of like slowly get to know your new friend, right?
Yeah, observe them and see what they need. So definitely I can't tell like, oh, this is golden rule, you can do it like this.
Okay.
So just like pets, like you need to, different cats, different dogs, different.
Yes, that's right. What about the mist one? Which would you recommend is a better technique for someone starting out to want to grow their plant?
So mainly for small plants. So of course you won't use this one to water big plants, will take you ages. So this one, the good thing is because every squeeze you know how much water go in because it's very average. So let's say like this plant probably would be like 10 squeeze. Then you can squeeze directly on the soil. So every time you remember it's like 10 squeeze. This one is also quite good for watering succulents because they're quite small.
Oh.
So once you pour it easily already over water.
Oh, cool. These are so simple, but I guess, you know, when you don't know, then you do it your own way and you go a bit nuts and then your plants die. So I guess maybe after this I'll be a plant expert like you. Cool stuff. Thanks so much for sharing, Denise. Hey, I got my first plant baby! So I hope you had so much fun learning about the tips that Denise shared, and I can't wait to start planting it and making it into a really gorgeous one. So till the next video, remember that your home is your story. Bye!